session, we will learn about competency-based interviews and also understand how to answer the questions in such type of interviews. Now, before we get into the details of the competency-based interview, let us watch a video.
What are your key strengths?
My communication skills and adaptability.
Okay. So, could you tell me about a situation or give me an example where your communication skills made a difference to the situation?
In my project, I communicated with my team members very nicely.
Oh, that's nice. But could you help me with a specific situation?
Yeah, one day I had to submit my project report and I did it very nicely.
Okay.
Now that you have watched the video, let us understand and analyze the video step by step. Now, if you notice, the second question which the interviewer asked the candidate was, could you tell me a situation or give me an example where your communication skills made a difference to the situation? Now, what does the interviewer really wants to understand or analyze about the candidate? Is it his communication skills? No. The interviewer wants to understand how the candidate has utilized his key strength, in this case his communication skills, in a particular situation and made a difference in that situation. So, what is competency? Competency is utilizing a specific skill or your strength in a specific situation to make a difference in that situation. So your strength turns out to be your competency. Based on this, let us understand what is a competency-based interview. Competency-based interview, also known as structural or behavioral interview, is a systematic interview where the questions are asked targeting to a specific skill or competency of the candidate. Here, the candidates are asked questions relating to their behavior in a specific circumstance. This they need to back up with concrete examples. After that, the interviewers will dig into the specific situation to understand their exact behavior in that situation and how did they create a difference to that particular situation. Now, you will not be specifically asked to come for a competency-based interview. It happens in a flow when you are attempting a face-to-face interview. So when such questions are asked, you must understand that the interviewer wants to evaluate your competency and you must answer with regards to that. Considering these things, do you really think the candidate in the video gave the right answer? No. His answer was very vague and he did not focus on his competency at all. Let us see step by step his answer. He just said that he communicated well with everyone. He did not describe any situation specifically. Also, he did not mention what he has exactly done in that particular situation and what was the outcome of that situation. Hence, his answer was bad. So moving forward, the interviewer also further tried to probe the candidate to describe a specific situation. But the candidate failed again. He was unable to describe any specific situation or the outcome of that situation with the help of his key strength. Instead, how he should have answered that question? For that matter, if you were in his position, how would you have answered that question? To be able to answer such questions, you need to use the STAR approach. The acronym STAR stands for S for situation, T for task, A for action, and R for result. The STAR approach is a universally recognized communication technique designed to enable you to provide meaningful and complete answer for questions asking for examples. It helps you to be more structured while answering the questions and also is very simple to apply while responding to the questions. The STAR approach is divided into 3 parts. Now let us look into each part and understand them clearly. Step 1. Situation or task. In this part, you describe the situation that you have confronted with or a task that you needed to be accomplished. At times, the situations are built into the questions itself asked by the interviewer. In such cases, you just have to re-emphasize the situation once again and get into the second part of it. While you're explaining the situation, make sure it is concise and informative. Also, concentrate solely on the useful part of the story. For example, if the question is, give us an example where you have showed teamwork, you have to only emphasize on the task that was given to the team. Moving on to the second part of STAR, which is action. This is the most important part of the STAR approach. Here, you have to demonstrate and highlight your key skills and personal attributes that you have utilized in this particular situation. While speaking about your action in a particular situation, there are few things you must concentrate on. They are, first, be personal. Talk about you and not about rest of the team. Second, give some details. Do not assume that the interviewer already knows what you are about to speak. And finally, explain what you did, how you did, and why you did it. This way of explaining your action makes the interviewer understand how you react to certain situations and what drove you to react in that particular way. In return, this also reinforces the feeling that you are calculating the consequences of your actions. Hence, you are in full control of the complete situation. And finally, step 3, the result. Here, you explain in detail the outcome of your actions in the specific situation. Also, take the opportunity to describe what you have accomplished and what you have learned from this specific situation. This also helps the interviewer to understand the variety of generic skills that you have used to achieve your objectives. You have done certain actions not by chance but by thinking. Telling your results in such a way also helps the interviewer to understand the variety of generic skills that you have used to achieve a particular objective. Now let us watch another video where the candidate has applied the STAR approach.
So, what are your key strengths?
My communication skills and my adaptability.
Okay. Could you tell me about any situation or give me an example where your communication skills made a difference to the situation?
In my engineering, we were doing a project and I was a team leader with a member of 6. In our team, a guy was not working well. He was not contributing to the project.
Okay.
And that's why other members decided that I should have talked to that concerned person and solve the difficulties.
Okay. So what happened next?
I called him, I took a meeting of him one-to-one, and then I arranged a meeting with HOD where HOD assigned him some different project, and we left with 5 members and we did it well.
Okay, that's great.
So, let us analyze this particular video. If you notice carefully, here the candidate has specifically described the situation that he was facing. Next, he explained about the actions that he has taken in that particular situation to resolve the issue. Finally, he has mentioned the result of the complete situation based on his actions. However, if you also notice, he has spoken about the result only after the interviewer has probed him. It is a good practice to speak about your result even before the interviewer probes you for it. Before we conclude the session, let me provide you with a list of common skills or competencies that the interviewers may ask you to demonstrate if you possess. Here we have adaptability, flexibility, communication, independence, compliance, decisiveness, creativity and innovation. So, this is all about competency-based interviews and how to answer or respond to a question related to your competency. Let me also remind you once again, make sure to apply the STAR approach while answering the questions based on competency or where you have to give examples to prove your competency. Thank you and wish you good luck.